Hi, my name is Brian Coley. I am the founder and chief creative officer of Reel, and I'm excited today to help you guys as you discover your favorite movies. We designed a web app at your.realexperiences.com to help you explore and discover your movies in a fun way. In fact, we're going to do the top 10 ways to figure out your top 10 movies. All right, number one, this is the number one way in which we have found that people choose their favorite movies, and that is rewatchability. These are movies that you would love and want to watch over and over again, and probably you bought because you wanted to watch them over again. I actually, when I am trying to discover my top 10, I think about, I'm on a deserted island, somehow I have electricity, and I have a DVD collection that I would watch over and over again. And so rewatchability is the number one way in which people choose their top 10 movies. Number two, the number two way in which people usually choose their top 10 movies is based on an actor. And this is where our web app comes in really handy, because you can actually type in an actor that you love, someone like Tom Hanks, Julia Roberts, Denzel Washington, type them in, and then it'll bring out results of all the movies that they've been in. And you can click on those movies. If you click on the poster, it'll actually turn around and you can see other actors who were in the movie, as well as a director. And maybe there's a director that you love, like a Scorsese or a Tarantino, and you're able to click on that director and see other movies that they've directed. And you can search on that director also in our web app too. So that's the number two way in which people choose their favorite movies. Number three, so the number three way to choose your top 10 movies is based on genre. And again, our web app can help with this, as we have a drop-down box that you can actually choose different genres, such as westerns or horror films or romantic comedies, anything like that. And just as a side note, you don't have to just search on genre. You can search on genre and combine it with any other search criteria. So you could do genre of westerns and combine it with actor search of John Wayne and find John Wayne westerns. All right, number four way in which people choose their top 10 movies is based on decade. And again, we created a drop-down box for decades. So you know what it was like when you were in high school or in your 20s and you were watching a lot of movies, as opposed to being a parent and having small children, and you don't get to watch movies except for Disney. But usually in that decade of your high school and early 20s is where you find a lot of good stuff as far as movies that go back in nostalgia. So feel free to use decade as a way to search for your top 10 movies. Number five, the number five way to find your top 10 movies is actually a walk down the lane of film history by checking our box that says Oscar winners or Academy Award winners. This allows you to see movies that were either nominated or won Academy Awards. So it's a great way to look for those movies that have had a profound influence throughout the years and have that staying power. That is the number five way to choose your top 10 movies. Number six. The number six way to find your top 10 movies is based on keyword. And again, we've created a place for you to type in a keyword on our web app and see results. So you can type in keywords like football or basketball or soccer, or maybe like movies about characters who find treasure. And so you can type in the word treasure as a keyword search and just see what movies come up. So that is our number six way based on keyword. Number seven, the number seven way to find your top 10 movies is based on a list. So I would recommend highly to go out on the internet, especially to a site like imdb.com, and just search on the top 100, top 250, top 500 movies of all time, and you will find some great results, and it'll just be great fodder for you to be able to search on movies and add them to your top 10 movies. Number eight, the number eight way to find your top 10 movies is by character. Oftentimes we think of the movies that we love and we kind of get stuck, but if we think of the characters that we love, it might open things up a little bit more. So maybe you can do a search on Katniss Everdeen, or just be brainstorming on the characters that you love versus just the movies that you love. Number nine, the ninth way to find your top 10 movies is what I call shareability. And that is those movies that you want everyone to watch. You know, the ones in which, let's say you're on an airplane and you force everybody on the airplane to watch one movie. What movie would that be? Or it might be your children someday, like they've They've grown up from being kids to being teenagers. What are those movies that you want to show them for the very first time and say that you were the one who shared it with them? And then, of course, shareability as far as maybe a movie that you would share to your fiance or someone you're dating, your significant other, that movie that you want to share with them and have them experience with you. So that is another great criteria for finding your favorite movies is shareability. And number 10, the final way to find your top 10 movies is based on what I call movability, and that is that a movie moves you. And you don't have to just think about a movie moving you to tears, although that's really great, but maybe it's a movie that moved you to change your attitude or change your mind on something. Or maybe it's a movie that moved you to laughter, like it's one of the funniest movies you've ever seen. Or maybe it's a movie that moved you to anger, like you get so angry, but you get like righteously angry, and it makes you love this movie because of the way it makes you feel about something so strongly. So think about movies that move you as you're thinking about the last criteria of finding your favorite movies. So that is our top 10 ways to find your top 10 movies. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. And hopefully it'll allow you to navigate our web app a little bit better. But more importantly, we just hope you have fun discovering your favorite movies.